So much good news for Tesla stock today. Troy said this really hurt Tesla sales, but we now know it is actually fixed. And we now have even more proof that suggests Tesla will have a record quarter in Europe. Look at this. And there's more. Let's go through everything starting with Troy. Tesla sold 94,000 cars in Europe in Q4. I think sales per quarter will be clearly less than that if there is no solution, but there is a solution now. Many buyers are waiting on the sidelines. Just a few hours ago, we learned that Tesla reinstated park assist distance measurements for cars without ultrasonic sensors. And this seems to also be an overall improvement of the whole vehicle because looks like it is looking around the whole car, not just what's in the front of a car and in the back of a car. I always wanted Tesla to have this feature. I hated that you don't have 360 view when parking. And indeed, that is right. This feature uses the occupancy network to predict high-definition outlines of objects 360 degrees around the car. I love that. This software version is still in a very limited release and only on cars testing FSD beta. According to Green, this update also only applies to cars without ultrasonic sensors, so I'm not getting that update, I guess, yet. And cars with ultrasonic sensors are not having their sensors disabled. We can confirm this as our 2019 Model 3 received this version, and our release notes did not have this feature. This may change, not may change, it will change in the future, just like what happened when Tesla turned off radar in cars equipped with that hardware. We don't know exactly when everyone will have this, but given its limited release to FSD beta testers, it will likely still be a while until we see deployed to the entire fleet, but at least we now know a solution is on the horizon, and not, well, we always knew a solution is on the horizon, but it is now likely in the very near future. And if you are going to buy a car, if you're looking at this and you're like, okay, I just need to deal with this with maybe another month or two, and I will definitely have it basically this year, then okay, if that is the big thing that you don't like about the car, now you will buy the car. And Tesla, of course, saves money by not including these sensors. Let's see what Troy says now. I think it's fair to say that Troy thinks the price cuts, well, part of the price cuts happened because Tesla did not have this feature. Troy wants to wait first until users in Europe get this update and then see what the feedback is. Troy is usually quite conservative, but certainly I believe this update is going to go out there. The question is, when exactly will it be available in Europe? And we have more good news that just happened. Remember when the bears used Norway as a proxy for all of EU demand in 2020 and claimed doom and gloom? Yeah, well, many records have since been broken. Another one this quarter in the works. Here's a chart from yesterday. Notice how little difference there is between these two. And here's a chart from today. As you can see, the difference is now quite significant. Saturday morning, I reported the second best week for Tesla deliveries in Norway ever. I didn't expect strong deliveries on Saturday and on Sunday. Now, this week became the best week ever in Norway with almost 2,500 deliveries. Since 2013, there have only been 53 deliveries on a Sunday. Mostly only a few pieces and never more than 200 like today. This suggests that there is still a lot to do in the 2 remaining weeks of the quarter. Record quarter is coming, says Roland, and the data clearly suggests, or at least points towards that direction. And the 4 small countries that do report daily sales in Europe, they report good numbers. And often that sets the trend for bigger countries as well. So assuming this is what bigger countries will look like as well, we will have a record quarter in Europe, and Troy thinks still we will not. Hopefully he is underestimating Tesla, but we'll see. Watch this video from yesterday if you haven't to learn where Troy stands right now. We also have more good news. Authorities have determined that Autopilot was not active in a fatal accident involving a Model S Plaid in California in 2022. The media quickly named autopilot as a possible cause, but authorities believe that speeding, as well as alcohol and drugs, were the cause. Every week, the Tesla foot cemetery just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. The last really major thing was, in terms of crashes, was the one in China that I think certainly hurt sales temporarily. This is where that crash in the US happened. In California, the car wrecked into a construction zone. If you're going to drink and drive, you better be drinking water. I shared this on Twitter today. Pay attention to how long certain technologies take to become better than what a person could do. So for handwriting recognition, that took a while. Speech recognition was also relatively slow, but now it's pretty good. Reading comprehension, wow, that just came out of nowhere. Language understanding also just completely came out of nowhere. But the most impressive thing is, this is based on 2020. And many of these things are already better than what people can do. I need to find an updated chart. If you know where to find it, maybe leave a comment down below. But I think if you just look at, for example, language understanding, we will probably see a very similar thing with full self-driving as well. No one cared about ChatGPT until it actually came out and it actually worked fairly well. Now, this is a little bit concerning. Look at what Elon is tweeting. He just tweeted this now. Falling in love hits different when you know they are a paid actor sent by the CIA to distract you from dedicating your life to dismantling the government. What just happened, Elon? I hope you are okay. Elon is teasing us with another update about FSD. We are close to using neural nets all the way from image space to vector space to control. Here's a timeline of all of the FSD updates. I think it will be interesting to see how many updates we are going to have this year, or how that compares to 2022. James tweeted this. Some believe Tesla has a demand problem in Europe. Meanwhile, EuropeAutonews.com quietly, and I mean very quietly, reported this list of the top 10 premium battery electric EVs sold in Europe in 2022. Tesla outsold the 3rd through 10th place finishers combined. With just 2 models, Tesla outsold all of these vehicles. These are specifically premium vehicles. Ross Gerber tweets that his neighbor moved on from his Tesla to this Rivian. I think Tesla will also make a huge SUV, more standard SUV, sometime in the future. Elon has been tweeting a lot lately. A latte is really just an excuse for adults to order warm milk without sounding like a baby. There's a lot of things going on with our banking system currently, but this I have to share with all of you guys. Please, everyone, follow whoever this person works for next, because look at who this person worked for. Research assistant at Theranos. You mean the company that was a total scam? Sales business development at WeWork. If you ever wonder what it's like to drive a Tesla Plaid vehicle on a track, here's what that looks like. As you can see, you press on the accelerator pedal and boom, you win immediately. And I think the steering wheel comes in pretty handy. The form, I think, is pretty good when you're going really fast. And this is the Tesla stock buying opportunity explained by Elon Musk. My name is Matt Postius. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.